Hi, thanks so much for joining in. This is the grand finale of TechXpedite by Games 24/7. This is the place to be if you want to know what India's startup ecosystem is all about.
Launched in October last year as one of India's most unique startup accelerator programs, TechXpedite by Games 24/7 is where innovative ideas from India in the fields of AI, gaming and inclusive technology were strategically counseled and mentored by a panel of industry experts. Having received support and guidance from DPIIT and the state governments of Karnataka, Telangana and Maharashtra, 11 startups out of TechXpedite's 2024-2025 cohort pitched their products before a packed house of investors and VCs, gathering applause, gaining valuable real-world insights, learning from constructive criticism, and bettering their products and services so they too can contribute to Digital India's goal of becoming a $1 trillion economy.
This is a company that understands the business that we are in, and the experts were giving their actual insights, were not like cookie cutter stuff where they just give playbook to do things.
We are also into app business, and they are also Games 24/7 specifically. All the mentors then are also into app business, so they helped us in such a way that we just threw our questions bluntly at them, and they guided us throughout. And that's what we are going to implement in the coming months.
TechXpedite was a game changer. A lot of things around TechXpedite has really helped us in connecting with the B2B people. They've also given us a lot of support during the journey.
So it will speak out.
These gloves translate sign language to voice.
Deaf people have a very basic need. Somebody to talk to, somebody to understand them. It so happened that I did my electronics engineering. I thought of making a glove that would translate sign language to voice.
There have been like some tremendous learnings in this entire 6 months because we've been able to interact with a lot of mentors from TechXpedite. Through Games 24/7 and TechXpedite, I think that entire big market opens for us. We have found some potential partners, potential collaborators, and even potential customers through this cohort. Games 24/7 itself is a big name, right? It brings in a validation, right? So we being a part of this cohort brings more trust to the investors with whom we are speaking to.
You have 17 startups that have come through the process. They've interacted with the who's who of the VC world, and they've also gotten guidance from top entrepreneurs from across the world. And today, they're going to showcase the products and services that have gotten them to this point.
We are an impact-driven organization where we cater and provide high technology-led healthcare accessible for all, train and empower people to provide last-mile technology-led healthcare delivery, and hedge climate change impact on human health. Our business is increasing at 122.50% year on year. We had done a $25 million of business so far, 156 people team strength, 395 global clientele base, 16 plus countries of presence, and we have a clinically certified accuracy of 99.31% with our software. On an average, a patient needs to undergo 4 plus tests for an accurate diagnosing of disease. On an average, a patient shells out 72 plus hours for an accurate diagnosing. What if? There is a Gen AI solution which could predict what all diseases you could suffer in your upcoming 5 years. We call it as a preventive healthcare. We directly integrate our software, which is installed in a separate system, to a particular machine like that of X-ray, CT scan, mammograms, ultrasounds, even with Cron microscope to take the data and provide the efficient clinical decision support for the doctor. Medhini could be deployed to nook and corner across the globe with pretty ease. Now, this is a perfect use case example for a quicker understanding. This is a breast cancer mammogram report with our Medx bird functioning, where earlier a patient needs to undergo 4 tests. Here, with just alone take a mammogram input, provide the results with a similar set of efficacies what a patient was getting after doing 4 tests. We have cut short the number of diagnosing tests from 4 to just 1. Where a patient was shelling 7 days and $280, here we provide the results in just 53 seconds, that is clinically certified, and in just $7. Quick, rapid, affordable, and accurate. With our Medex Akaze functioning, we provide the accurate anomaly area, which is highlighted over in red. In real time, we even provide the coordinates. And the doctors operate only on the affected area, so the subsided tissues remain saved. We provide you with a future disease susceptibility. Here, in this case, the patient was susceptible to DCIS, breast ulceration, and asthma, which the patient needs to be watchful of. We have impacted 34 million lives so far. We have saved $45 million of our patients, and which have achieved significant 98% reduction in the diagnosing time. 40% is our global business, and 60% is our domestic, and we are present across in 16 countries. What is the future? We are creating world's first human health climate change cross prediction platform. And the second is non-invasive neurochip, which is named as ANAG, which will provide the self-diagnosing capabilities for every human, lies under the CRPDX1 layer of the skin.
More than 200 million people require physical therapy and rehabilitation every year. In India, we have one therapist serving 17,000 patients. We are stuck with a fragmented rehab ecosystem. We see that there's a large underserved rehabilitation ecosystem. We built our first product called BeAble. BeAble is a game-based upper limb rehabilitation device. Complementing the device, we have a software which is called B1, where users engage with interactive, culturally significant games. While playing the games, we are recording the data, and this data provides deep insights for therapists to make further clinical decisions. You can start rehabilitation bedside when the hand is paralyzed and does not move at all. And you can even do it on a tilt bed where patients can stand in a tilt bed in a standing position. Our solution is clinically validated. When we compared with traditional therapy, which is the gold standard task-based therapy, we found that we were 39% better. And this is a published clinical study. We also have a patent granted in India, US, and the Europe. And we are a registered medical device. Compared to robotic therapy, we find a faster and a much better improvement, and there's a lot of cost benefit with our solution at $10,000, whereas the other solutions are $30,000 to $100,000. Our next step is we are building a few more hardware products to create an ecosystem, not just the upper limb, we're looking at lower limb, we're looking at balance training, we're looking at how to mobilize patients. We are now also going to build a model rehab center. How would a futuristic rehab center look like when you have the best of hardware and the best of software coming together? And then we are scaling our software now to a SaaS-based agentic framework where you can do therapy management, clinic management, appointment scheduling, data visualization, and manage the processes and systems of a rehab system. Currently, we are generating our revenue through hardware sales, but very soon we'll also have software subscription, followed by the franchisee ecosystem where we have training centers and experience centers coming in. We are looking to raise $1 million where we will be launching 3 new products, 2 model centers, onboard more than 1,500 centers and more than 5,000 therapists on our platform.
Solar power plants, they are spreading from 2 km to around 60 km areas. So they are facing many issues like, for example, human activity analysis. It is very difficult to identify the human activity in this large area manually, and in the similar way vehicle movement is very difficult to identify, and some activities like they are critical in nature like fire and smoke it is not able to detect on time, and some activities that need to be happen on regular basis like module cleaning, grass cutting. So it is very difficult to regulate and make sure they are happening every day. To solve these problems, we have developed a solution. That solution name is the Cairovision, which is a AI-driven intelligent video analytics solution. If you see the right arrow, which is indicating the green color area, which is the highly potential area for the video analytics, and luckily we are sitting in this area and we are going to get the benefit of this. And focus verticals is the renewable energy sector. From there, we are getting 98% of our revenue, and ports, we are getting 2% of the revenue. Business model, majorly we are going with the subscription model. Sales and distribution happening through direct sales. 92% is happening through direct sales, and through the channel partners, 8% is happening. We have completed the revenue of 4.6, and we are having the purchase order of 2.06, and we are expecting purchase order in next 2 to 3 months would be around. They are in the approval stage, 6.05 CR. This is our investment task. We are raising 6 CR. Fund utilization, we are going to use maximum because our product is almost ready, so we would like to expand. So our majorly cost definitely would go to expand the sales and marketing capabilities and to hire the product development resources to strengthen our product as well. As we are working strengthening our capabilities into the renewable sector, we would like to expand into ports and manufacturing in the phase first. So for that we are raising the funds And in the phase 2, we are raising, we are going to expand into mining, oil and gas, and big warehouses. Our product is having very strong social impact. Like we are able to reduce carbon footprint. Our solution is able to identify and prevent the violence, and we are significantly enhancing the operational efficiency and reducing the environmental impact through optimized energy production, and we are helping into the resource conservation through wastage reduction.
In the language learning space and in English learning specifically, the problem in this space is one, people do not have anyone to practice their language with. Two, they find explanations extremely difficult when they are not in non-vernacular format. And three, everybody knows some English and the mistakes have to be personalized. So we are building Chittoo, which helps non-native English speakers become fluent in English through everyday real-life conversations. Our entire product is based on three core beliefs. One, the best way to learn a language, to become fluent in a language is by speaking it. Two, everyone knows some English and the mistakes have to be personalized. You cannot just give a very generic cookie-cutter kind of a solution to everyone. And third, users learn best when explanations are in their own language. Users love Chittoo because it corrects their mistakes. And secondly, they resonate with the content. So people think that Chittoo mere jaise baat karta hai.
Chittoo acts as a friend and helps the user practice English.
Hi, how are you?
I is good.
Thank you for joining us today. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Thank you for asking.
We have a current burn rate of around 3 lakh rupees per month. We are looking at 4 crore kind of funding. We aim to reach around 500,000 monthly active users in the next 12 to 15 months. And that is it.
The music industry is trapped with outdated systems, okay? There is digitization in almost all the field, but I think music industry is lagging behind. So we at Coira have developed something really exciting. We are orchestrating advanced AI for top quality music production, ultra low latency music collaboration tool for remote jamming, and a unified marketplace for studios, musicians, and producers. It starts from the ultimate AI music creation engine. Then it is, we have a human refinement and collaboration engine. So just AI is not something which musicians would love. So there is a human refinement stack for adding the human touch. Then there is Apollo for real-time studio and remote production, Trust for legal and copyright protection, and Hope for distribution, licensing, and revenue generation. Our differentiator is that every aspect of music creation and distribution is covered and powered by ethical, human-centric, proprietary AI models built on latent diffusion technology. By 2027, it's expected that by CAGR of 6%, we'll reach around $64 billion of market industry size. And we at Coira, we are aiming the 1.5% of this market, which is $1 billion opportunity. Our business model is a mix of subscription-based revenue, commission-based revenue, and a direct sales model for enterprises. Our go-to-market strategy is to reach more than 1,200 plus cities globally, target more than 10 million plus users, and to do that, we are partnering with college fests, where most of the youngsters are, playing around with music. We are into business summits and also influencer collabs on social media. We were the winners at the Global Startup Program at Sushi Tech Tokyo, which is one of the largest startup event in Japan. And after that, we've been on a crazy journey where, we were part of some of the elite startup AI programs like NVIDIA, Inception, Google for Startups, and Perplexity. We are very excited that we are building partnerships with audio tech giants like Dolby. And apart from that, we have 300 plus studio partners all over India in 13 plus cities. We are operational. Right now, 15,000 plus downloads on Android and iOS. And we are currently clocking MRR of $10,000 every month. We are raising a seed round of $1.5 million, wherein most of this money will be going towards scaling the operations, doing marketing. By 2030, the vision is to go global and capture all the creative centers of the world.
There are millions of deaf and speech impaired people who are left behind because a majority of the people don't understand sign language. And this gap between the signers and the speakers is just the tip of the iceberg. which leads to many underlying symptoms such as insecurity, anxiety, and even depression, which further lead to grave outcomes such as social isolation, improper education, discrimination at workplace, and inadequate access to healthcare and legal care. Through our device, the Fifth Sense, we aim to unleash the power of these 500 million people who are silent and left out from the mainstream society. Fifth Sense is a hybrid glove, AI-based, which translates sign language to voice so that deaf people can communicate with everyone. It also has a microphone which converts voices to text so that deaf people can understand what you are saying.
Hello, doctor. My name is Parikshit. I am deaf.
Hello, Mr. Parikshit. How may I help you today? Whatever the doctor says appears on the screen. It captures the movement of the fingers in 3D space, which goes through our algorithm, and it is AI algorithm, and it is converted to voice. This is our 8th iteration of the prototype and 2nd iteration of the app. Between each of these iterations, we went back to the deaf community to ensure that the product that we are creating is in alignment with their needs and wants. And the deaf community, they showered us with a lot of love and support. And almost every day I get a message asking, when will this product be available for us? A lot of deaf people miss out on essential cues such as doorbell, baby crying, cooker whistle. So this device vibrates and gives a notification every time there is a surrounding sound. We have got many awards and achievements throughout our journey from prestigious institutes like the UN, IITs, IIMs. We won Conquest last year. While there are 500 million people in this world who are deaf, we want to target 25,000 people that we have pinpointed from Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore from 83 organizations. And those are the people that we will be targeting for the first 1 year. We will be working with organizations which hire deaf people as their employees. And these gloves will be a workplace communications tool for them so that they can have better productivity and better chances of employment.
62% of enterprise calls go unanswered, leading to a 30 to 50% of loss of potential leads. If we talk about traditional systems such as IVR, 75% have reported frustrations by being transferred to different departments, pressing digits on calls, and there is a drop rate in the first 20 to 30 seconds by calls being redirected through different departments. There is also inconsistent customer experiences that says that 58% of customers cite these experiences as a reason for switching provider. And with respect to scalability challenges for enterprises, it's not always easy to replace your customer support department as it adds to 20 to 30% increase in annual costs. LIA stands for Language Intelligent Assistant that is available 24/7 for you, speaks in more than 18 languages covering Indian vernacular languages and global languages such as Arabic, Spanish, French, etc. It can make more than 1 billion calls per hour and understands emotions just like humans. The best part about LIA is that after the call ends, just like a human, it can execute actions, which may be sending an email, a payment link, WhatsApp messages, SMS, populating data in your CRM, etc., and even booking appointments.
Okay, so I just opened the account last week.
That's wonderful to hear, Shreya. I'm glad you've taken this step with Karnataka Bank. Since you've just opened your account, you're at the perfect time to explore all the convenient features we offer.
Our solution is completely 100% secure and reliable, offering you reliability and quality for integration with enterprises. We are ISO certified, GDPR certified, HIPAA certified, SOC 2 certified, and have also gone through rigorous VAPT testing. Our solution integrates with 6,000 plus top tier enterprise applications. We are currently operating in a $19 billion market, targeting the MENA region, India region, and slowly scaling up to the USA market as well, with a promising growth rate of 47.5%. We offer two models with respect to our business plan. First is a B2B SaaS subscription offered to small to medium businesses, which has three plans: standard, premium, and business. And then for enterprises, we give you a license fee to utilize our product for 1 year, which is cost at $10,000 per use case. The use cases that we are currently targeting are in the BFSI, telecom and e-commerce space. And these are some of the use cases that we solve, which ranges from support calls, customer queries, order tracking, appointment scheduling, subscription renewal, troubleshooting, feedback, etc. Currently, we are raising our pre-series A round of $1.5 million to boost enterprise deployment.
There is a need of skill development today. Everybody talks about skill development, but the challenge remains the same, that why we are not able to do it. And there are typical challenges which comes from the organization, that either there is no engagement, the scalability issue, the language is a challenge, personalization. One of the key requirements or the secret sauce we call with Ample is that it works with your existing knowledge repository. It goes and sit on top of your existing content state. It's like every employee or every person in the organization has their own coach available, which is multilingual, available 24/7. And there is an engagement which we are bringing in with the avatars. And these avatars are specifically trained for different use cases for the organization. When we look at trainings, typically in the organization, it's like you watch a content, you answer some questions, and you get a certification. So this is where we bring in engagements, showcasing that what is the value add every employee gets when they are going through the program. And one of the best part with the model is that it creates a real-time journey for every employee, for every user, where the way I want to learn in my set of language, in my time, that is something being solved here. Typically from the traction side, one thing which we've learned over a period is that the user love us because they are getting an absolute clarity in terms of their learning journey. And this is where they are coming forward and saying that, hey, I want to do this. Since it's multilingual, it is also solving a lot of training challenges from the organization where they need to create a personalized model for this. So whatever language your content is today, it doesn't matter, because our AI is going to pick it up and convert that particular content in the multilingual language model itself. As a market, we are typically looking at the immediate market size is the sales which we are targeting for the 3 verticals. Since the model is already trained on these verticals, that's where we are looking at pharma, BFSI, and retail as of now. These are the typical revenue model which we offer with the organization. We are also coming up with a new model which has the inbuilt trainings for those specific industries. This is a roadmap which we have. We've moved from a build to the launch model, and now we are going for the scale-up motion. The ask is we are raising around 6 CR. We've already got a signed commitment on 1 CR. Soft commitment from another VC, which is at 1 CR. So we are looking at a lead for this round.
You all know it costs you like about $65 for every interview in every company, and nobody really likes to take those interviews. At Noa, we aim to bring that down to $15 by providing automated, scalable, and high quality interviews. Our team has 5 data scientists and 1 full stack engineer. We are spread across the globe. Quality is the key for us. Noa aims to really automate human-like interviews, and it allows you to perform turn-by-turn conversations and focuses on very high-quality, insightful conversations. Through our journey with TechXpedite in the last few months, we grew as well. We did our MVP in February. We ended up getting a couple of customers signed up as we hit the road starting next month. We also have put Noa on Noa for doing all our hiring. We have had the opportunity to conduct about 70 interviews, 65 to 70 interviews in the last couple of months. Candidates have been taking interviews on Noa. Noa is built on patented technology. It is built on large language models for sure. On top of it, we have our own unique layer of technology built where we take interview conversations, turn them into insightful reports that we extract out of those conversations, and at every turn we make meaningful next turn next turn conversations, and we make the progress very, very seamless. We are chasing a $48 billion market globally. Our go-to-market essentially at this point is that we want to go through universities, we want to go through training institutes, we want to go through direct channel, and we also want to have channel partners. We are looking to raise $1.5 million at this time for an accelerated 18-month roadmap to capture the market.
Our goal is to become the leading AI agent for sports analysis, enabling a human to quickly analyze any sporting event across the globe. This human could be athletes and as well as people, fans who are watching the game. Research says that this is where the maximum amount of cognitive load is taken up by a user when you have to take a decision. And this is where Spoda AI comes in and tries to solve for the second and the third steps of data analysis using AI. So what we've built, our solution is an AI agent. So you can just look at an example during the WPL where you can ask a question like how crucial is Jess Jonathan while performing for Delhi Capitals? And then you have an extensive answer where our AI is capable of going and fetching data accurately and build and have a cricketing mind to be able to analyze and give out results quickly in as quickly as 15 to 20 seconds. So some of the use cases that this cricketing mind can solve for is our pre-match analysis, AI commentary, performance analysis, and prediction. You can do in-depth analysis in less than 15 minutes. We're working with sports teams. We are working with a performance analyst for this. The second one is the inbuilt cricket reasoning. And the most important part about our proprietary layer that we built in our tech stack is scalability and cost effectiveness. We said, let's find PMF, let PMF happen organically, and people started reaching out to us. So some of the main categories are fantasy and real money gaming, where people want to analyze sports. It's where there's money involved. And the second one are broadcasters and sports teams. You have sports analysts and broadcasters where people who create content for pre-match shows and post-match shows. And then finally, news websites and sports websites who are in the business of monetizing attention. An AI agent could increase the time spent by the user, hence increasing their revenue. Today, every time a commentator wants to know some stat, which is a historical lookup, it takes around 240 seconds, which is like 4 balls. And Spoda can do it in 15 seconds, which is 16 times faster. This is from the start of the TechXpedite Accelerator program. So if you look at it, we are right now having around 12,000 users. As of today, we have 14,000 30-day active users with a retention of 8% on a daily basis, and on a weekly basis, we have around 12 to 14% retention as well. If you look at it in the beginning, all of our traction were coming through paid channels, and then now we have our organically, we are seeing people coming back and word of mouth spreading as well. Our users primarily from India, then you have Bangladesh, USA, Australia, and UK. And we have ongoing partnership discussions with gaming platforms, including My 11 Circle as well, where we're talking about use cases that can help improve their platform and stickiness for users. We have 3 major revenue streams based on our customer personas that we are looking for. One are broadcasters and news platforms, sports fantasy platforms, and then we have retail users where today, if you go on Spoda.ai, you have our AI trained and ready to answer questions for tonight's game between RR and SRH. And here we're planning to charge people per match basis. Here, the other revenue streams on B2B, B2C are mostly based on usage as well. In terms of our product roadmap, our idea was to start with an MVP that addresses T20 cricket, and we wanted to build it out and see how people are going to like it, how people are going to react. And we've done that, and today we are now launching our live match insights, which is going to go live in a couple of days. And then we'll be expanding across sports. So our expansive strategies to increase the number of matches that we have, which is going to happen when we increase across sports and across geographies as well. We have around 2,200 broadcasters, websites, and platforms. What we are trying to service is around 31 in year 1. And in terms of our B2C market share, which is 90.6, that makes up of around 10% of the entire global audience who engage in real money gaming. And our addressable market in year 5 is around 1.92 million. And our fantasy platforms we have, which is an AI with the intelligence and reasoning capability at 100,000, which also goes up with usage. And for broadcasters, it's around 26,500 a year.
My story started with my mother. my mother got diabetes, which is very common, right? Almost everyone has one family member who may have diabetes. But what looks like only sugar being high is not true. For my mom, the diabetes led to affect her eyes, post that it affected her neurons, post that it affected her kidneys, then heart, and finally, unfortunately, I lost her about 2 years back. The whole idea was we wanted to look into brain because that's what was actually a problem in diabetes as well, not only in normal neurological condition. So while doing so, we started to build a complete platform, Mimo, where we have our sensors, consoles, operating system, camera vision, etc. So where you can play physically in the digital world. And when you play these games through movements, we look into your brain health and your entire body health. Now, this could help not only metabolic conditions like diabetes and PCOD, but it helps kids with neurodevelopmental disorders like ADHD, autism, learning disability, elders, which the numbers are now increasing, with Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, right? So these are the kind of conditions that we were like working on. So while doing so, it took us 6 years to build the platform from scratch. We have a patent granted. We built a complete ecosystem right from the scratch, where we have our own applications now ready, which we are deployed in the market. We have tested it on 3,000 plus users. We released the first application in Jan of 2025, and we have currently 168 paid users. Plus, we have about one consumer with Parkinson's with a Mimo device at a beta level, and another doctor for stroke rehabilitation that they have been using it. If you look into the market opportunity overall as such, so only the neuro condition that I have spoken is about $444 billion as per Deloitte's report. And if you look into overall rehab and overall well-being as a market, it's a $1 trillion+ market that we are speaking about. So that's the opportunity that we are going after. And we are currently starting our release with, we started with the metabolic diseases already, and we are going through our partners. But through the consumers, we are starting with our neurodevelopmental disorders for kids especially. And that's where we are starting with a target of achieving 300 Mimo sales in the next financial year. And while doing so, we would be actually scaling our product in a different platform. We start in India. Next 2 years, we expand in India. And while we do so, we get our regulatory approvals for US and the Europe. And then we get into the Europe and UK first, and then the US. That's how we plan our overall journey. We have already raised a pre-seed round in 2022, early 2022 from Campus One, Derby Foundation, and Raghunandan, who was founder of Zoll now, previously Taxi for Sure as well. We also had a rolling friends and family round of up to about 2.5 crores in an open valuation going on, which is closing on April 15th. And this also starts a seed round of $2 million, which looks into our expansion and overall build. So overall, as a vision statement, we are looking into decoding the blood, brain, and body to reimagine the entire health technology and the whole human being achieve with it. We have already created partnership with hospitals, medical college hospitals, etc., so that we could have more and more applications built onto our platform. And our vision is that every household has one Mimo in their home, which could look into an entire digital health for the whole family, be it the kids, the adult, or the elderly. So from 8 to 80, anyone could actually use this platform.
I think it's great to know that minds like yours who have been screening these startups and bringing them to us, it's been really helpful for companies like us to connect with these people and some wonderful startups working here too. What we've seen this year is it's not just been a gaming thing. It's more sector agnostic, which is again something that our fund really prefers to look into. We are a sector agnostic tech-based fund.
I was really impressed with both the quality and the volume of the startups that are coming out of this cohort. I think their technology is sharp. Clearly, at least a couple of them are doing something that's truly groundbreaking, as opposed to something being just incremental. And I'm also thoroughly impressed by the ability to articulate the value proposition to investors, to lay people, and and the entire audience. So that was a refreshing change from maybe 6 months ago when some founders were struggling to articulate the value proposition of their own company.
I had a really wonderful discussions with people, mentors, investors on part of GTM's new strategies coming in, new business models that are coming in. The innovation that startups are bringing. The startups were really good, really nice, and I really look forward talking to few of them. We have shortlisted few of them, and we'll be following up with them. Yeah.
Growth
is something which is going to be unstoppable. The government of Maharashtra always thinks that we should get the best of the knowledge and best of the brain to Mumbai and Maharashtra.
लेकिन सर स्टार्टअप में हम थोड़ा पीछे रह गए. How do we reverse that?
In coming 2 years, you will see that the Mumbai and Maharashtra will be the leader. There is no alternative to Mumbai and Maharashtra.
A testimony to its vision and mission, TechXpedite received over 330 qualified entries from 24 states of India. Even more encouraging was the fact that a large number of applicants came from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. The 17 finalists who became part of the 2024-25 cohort were mentored by leaders and experts of technology and business over a period of 60 days. This also included 50 plus hours of mentorship sessions. A majority of startups were very early stage and had small team sizes, and they greatly benefited from the advice and guidance they received from the mentors, thereby also demonstrating the need for a program like TechXpedite. The purpose, however, goes deeper.
I've said this time and again that look, capital will come. If you have a good idea, you will find the capital. People are looking to fund ideas that are very good and they want to give them the capital. What's hard to come by is information, is knowledge. Right? And that's where our journey also started at TechXpedite. Right? Where we said that, hey, let us take all the learnings that we've had and give those back to budding entrepreneurs. And as I'm talking to more and more of these entrepreneurs, the thing they're appreciating most is not the connects we're making for them with investors or with venture capitalists. What they're really appreciating is the information that we're sharing with them, that, hey, don't do this, or let me put you in touch with our CTO or our Chief Data Science Officer who will talk more about, okay, how can you solve this problem that is existing, right? So that knowledge base, right, that information is really helping these entrepreneurs in our view, and that's why I think TechXpedite is on its way to become a huge success. What I've seen so far has been amazing, and I think I have not even seen all of them yet. The few startups that I've seen, the ideas that they've had have blown my mind away. It is just incredible, and what I've seen, I can't wait to see what is out there, right? There is so much more out there, and I'm really looking forward to interacting with all the startups that are here and seeing the amazing journey that they're going through, and hopefully through TechXpedite help them in every way that we can. TechXpedite today has graduated these amazing startups that are going to go on to do wonderful things, hopefully, and they will always be part of TechXpedite, right? We hope that they will again contribute in their own way as they have learned here, right? And the goal for TechXpedite going forward is to make sure that we just get bigger and better. We keep building this community where budding entrepreneurs, where startups with amazing ideas can come in, learn, and then go out there, do what they have to do, blossom, and then come back and keep being part of our community here, where they can also give back. The one thing I will say that is constantly being reinforced in my mind is that don't try to use a solution to force fit a problem. What you really need to do is find a genuine problem and then see what the best solution for that problem is, right? You have a lot of cool AI technologies out there that people, let me figure out how to use this technology, right? But I think you should do it the other way around. You say, this is my problem. How can I use AI to solve that problem? And so I would say, look for a genuine problem and then try to solve that versus looking for a solution and trying to force fit that to a problem.
The startups that showcase their products and services today have come from across the country. And one of the foundational pillars that brought them to this point is the ecosystem that the government provided. Advocate Ashish Shelar, the Minister of IT and Cultural Affairs, Government of Maharashtra, spoke today about what his own government is doing to facilitate the further growth of startups. He spoke with NDTV Profits Tamanna Inamdar about those efforts and also the role of artificial intelligence. Interestingly, he said that those that don't use artificial intelligence are going to be left behind. Listen in.
What is your plan for every youngster, of course in Maharashtra, but around the world, that is looking to the state and the national capital with dreams of building something new?
Growth is something which is going to be unstoppable. The technology is something which is going to be, in a way, you can't imagine till it comes to you. The knowledge is the base of a human life. And an intelligent mindset is something treasury of Indian people. So in that perspective, the government of Maharashtra always thinks that we should get the best of the knowledge and best of the brain to Mumbai and Maharashtra.
Honorable Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis said this a few weeks ago, that there is now reverse migration happening into Maharashtra from Karnataka. Maharashtra has always been on the leadership of industrialized states, the financial powerhouse. लेकिन सर स्टार्टअप में हम थोड़ा पीछे रह गए. How do we reverse that?
We are very pained by the same, and now therefore, for the rightful reason, as I said about Maha IT Hub, where we have taken the leaders from the industry, like Anand Mahindra is there, Baba Kalyani is there, Anand Ambani is there, too many other things, even Mr. Birla is there. So there is bankers, there are leaders into the industry and government officials, and we have made the board of these eminent people. They are the directors of this Maha IT Hub. I had an interaction with one of the GCC, which is set up in Mumbai itself. And while discussing the same, even I realized there is no alternative to Mumbai and Maharashtra. Demographic benefit is there. Punctuality, the professionalism, the language, the work culture, the work norm, the involvement of my all women into this industry. That is, this all numbers are very high. This itself is a potential. And therefore, we only wanted to give little more push. And I can tell you, with the leadership of our Chief Minister, Devendra ji, in coming 2 years, you will see that the Mumbai and Maharashtra will be the leader.
I would say everything you've said is correct. What is cool about Bengaluru as a startup hub is that every founder of every major startup is in Bengaluru, whether they belong to the state or not. वहाँ कैफे में ही बिजनेस का प्लान बन जाता है. हमारा क्या पिच है टू स्टार्टअप फाउंडर्स?
हम भी कैफे खोलेंगे. उसमें क्या जरूरत पड़ी तो कैफे भी खोलेंगे, चाय वाला भी खोलेंगे. हम पीछे नहीं रहेंगे. But as you rightly stated, we need to study every state and their own policies also. We are doing that. And if there is rightful competition, we have no hesitation to do that. Bangalore भी कोई हमारा दुश्मन थोड़ा है, हमारा दोस्त ही है. लेकिन हमको मुंबई को और महाराष्ट्र को भी आगे लेके जाना है. और उस पर्सपेक्टिव में मुझे लगता है कि जो पॉलिसीज हम लेके आ रहे हैं, मुझे बोलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, लोग खुद ब खुद यहाँ पर आएंगे.
What do you see as the role of artificial intelligence in government, in running government efficiently? इस पर क्या आप सोच रहे हैं, इस पर काम हो रहा है?
बिल्कुल काम हो रहा है. जैसे मैंने कहा कि भाई सेंटर ऑफ एक्सेलेंस हमने जो एआई के लिए बनाने का शुरू किया है, टास्क फोर्स भी किया है, उसमें लिवरेजिंग द एआई फॉर द गवर्नमेंट फंक्शनिंग, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन and many other things. Those who are knowing the politics of Maharashtra, that there was, I can say, a little bit more time has been gone while deciding the guardian ministers for every district. There was a political meeting with the chief minister. I was there. Some of our colleague minister was there, and one of my colleague minister asked me, "ये guardian minister कब होंगे और कैसे होंगे? क्या रूल होगा?" मैं बोला 2 मिनट का काम है. बोले फिर इतना कैसे हो सकता है? मैं बोला 2 मिनट. हमने ऐसे पूछ लिया, ये नाम है मिनिस्टर्स के, ये नाम है डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स के. Looking at these personalities and district, what do you suggest? And within no time, the AI gave me the list of the guardian ministers with their respective district. And when I showed it to the chief minister, तो बोला ये कैसे किया? बोला सर AI ने किया है. तो वो हंसे. But I am telling you, After 15 days after that, the all three party leaders came together and decided the guidance minister. And I'm telling you, 80% is the same what AI has given.
Wow. Wow.
So we cannot stop AI. We want to use AI. AI is not an alternative to current education system, but without AI's support, we cannot have a better educational and ecosystem. So we have to go a path in between.
Sir, I wanted to ask you on the part about jobs. Like, I know already there are AI anchors on channels. Aa chuke hain. Do you think there will be AI policy makers, or that is one position which can never be threatened by AI?
Every beauty comes with its price tag. So if there is AI, there is a price tag for it, and when usage of AI is going to grow, the misuse is also going to grow. There needs to be a cyber security, cyber warriors, a kind of solutions, softwares to stop and block that misuse also, and the proposed crime also. We have not visualized that industry still. That growth is also there. And therefore, everything is going to come with the plus and minuses. So I feel there would be a job, there would be a new job.
What is the one message you will give them as they continue and pursue their dream?
I can only say that being honest to your job, your innovation, your startup, be honest with it, number one. Number two, be honest while growing also. Don't be unethical. Don't try to find out the midway, short ways, cut ways. And third important thing, grow your business, but nobody grows unless that individual gives back to the society. So today, as Game 24/7, they decided to give back to the society. It was not in a way a design or mandatory job of a Game 24/7, but they thought, look, you can get the funds from the individual or bankers or many other investors. But to have a right connect, right knowledge, right pitch, it is our job. So giving back to the society.
What an event it has been. The startups made their pitches and so did the government of Maharashtra. And both of those cohorts as well as the investors that participated in TechXpedite are all equally invested in ensuring that the startup ecosystem in India thrives and continues to grow. That brings us to the end of this particular program as well. Thanks so much for watching.